So many great memories around him. So yeah, just good people making good times.
Boxing World reacts after seeing Anthony Joshua crying at Sina and Latz funeral shows how deeply the loss affected him. Even top pros were moved by his emotion, proving Anthony Joshua is more than a fighter. His grief reveals his humanity, earning respect from fans and the boxing community alike.
I think we can all learn from the fact that sometimes you can have that mask, but you never really know what someone's going through. And especially in this industry where it's macho to not show that kind of emotion or not talk. And I think we also got to understand that, saying to people...
Seeing Anthony Joshua so emotional at the funeral shows the real weight of the tragedy on him and those around him. Eddie Hearn highlights how rare it is in boxing to show vulnerability. Anthony Joshua's tears reflect humanity and respect, proving he balances immense strength in the ring with deep empathy outside of it.
Whole Hatton family, because if we're all devastated, which we are, imagine how that family are feeling right now, and may God bless his soul.
Anthony Joshua's grief is palpable, as Adam Smith describes the emotional toll of the past weeks. The funeral was both beautiful and brutal, showing how much loss weighs on him. Fans see a side of Anthony Joshua rarely shown, a man processing tragedy with strength and sincerity, proving his character extends far beyond the boxing ring.
I loved him a lot, and his family, and it's been a very, very difficult few weeks. And yesterday was a beautiful but brutal day, and yeah, I don't know how I got.
Anthony Joshua's brief but heartfelt interaction with Spencer Farron at the funeral shows the weight of the loss he is carrying. Even a short embrace reflects the empathy and human connection he brings into difficult moments. Fans witness a champion confronting grief head-on, proving that Anthony Joshua balances emotional depth with the stoicism expected in boxing while showing the human side behind the fighter.
Walking out, because I wasn't going to go say anything to him. I was walking out, then I got a tap on the shoulder. I turned around, it was Anthony Joshua. You know what I mean? And we had a brief chat and a little embrace and that. And then I left. But it was, funerals are never good.
Johnny Nelson highlights the profound effect the tragedy has on Anthony Joshua, showing that even the strongest fighters are deeply affected by loss. Anthony Joshua's emotional response demonstrates his humanity and care for those around him. Fans see a man grappling with grief, yet maintaining composure. This adds another layer to his character as a champion, who understands that life outside the ring can challenge him as much as any opponent.
And not talk about these two young men that lost their lives and their families, how it's affected their families. So you want to concentrate on AJ. How's it going to affect AJ? Instead of concentrating on how's it affected the people that have lost their children.
Watching Anthony Joshua break down in tears at the funeral shows the raw humanity behind the fighter. His grief is a reminder that even champions feel the full weight of tragedy. Fans witness a moment of vulnerability that commands respect and empathy. Anthony Joshua's reaction strengthens his image as a fighter who is not only brave in the ring, but also courageous enough to express emotion openly in the face of loss. Showbiz the Adult reflects on the unfairness of life, and Anthony Joshua's grief shows he is deeply affected by the tragedy. The moment humanizes him beyond his achievements, reminding fans that even the strongest are not immune to loss. Anthony Joshua's sorrow resonates widely, showing a man who processes grief thoughtfully while maintaining the strength and respect expected of a world-class fighter.
You look at it's always the people that are the best, or, you know what I mean, that end up going first. And you examine like, well, why wasn't it me, or why did this have to happen?
Anthony Joshua's first moments back after the hospital show remarkable resilience. Facing tragedy and recovery simultaneously highlights his mental toughness. Fans see a champion who refuses to be defined by setbacks or grief. His ability to confront life after the accident while preparing for what comes next demonstrates courage, determination, and the mindset that makes Anthony Joshua a true icon inside and outside the ring. The near miss in Anthony Joshua's car shows how fragile life can be and highlights the incredible luck that saved him. Observers and fellow fighters are in awe of his composure and resilience. Even after such a traumatic event, Anthony Joshua maintains dignity and focus, proving that his strength is not just physical, but deeply mental. The boxing world admires his calm under pressure and the courage to face tragedy openly. Fans respect how he channels this experience into personal growth and motivation, showing that Anthony Joshua is a true champion inside and outside the ring, inspiring everyone who follows him.
Was originally, he's the breadwinner of the team. He's the prize, if you will, right? Originally, he was in the front seat.
Gerald Miller's reaction highlights the immense respect Anthony Joshua commands among peers. Despite any personal differences, seeing Joshua face such tragedy inspires admiration. His resilience under pressure, both emotionally and mentally, is a lesson for fighters and fans alike. Anthony Joshua handles grief with grace, showing the world that his toughness is not just in the ring. Observers see a man who processes trauma thoughtfully, maintains his focus, and carries the weight of the loss with dignity. This moment reinforces why Anthony Joshua is considered one of boxing's most respected and mentally strong champions today.
You don't know what other people are going through. And even though AJ, we're not on the best terms, man, I feel for this brother, man. Because it could have been my family, could have been my friends. And, I feel like, man, it's mentally kind of draining looking at this stuff all day online. And like I said, I didn't really see nothing too graphic until this morning. Now I've seen a lot of crazy stuff in my life, man. I've seen dead bodies before and all that. Man, I don't even know how to even express myself.
Peter Fury captures the emotional toll that Anthony Joshua is experiencing, showing that even the strongest fighters are not immune to grief. Everyone watching is in awe of Joshua's ability to maintain composure while processing such a profound loss. His courage and emotional strength are praised across the boxing community. Fans are reminded that Anthony Joshua's resilience goes far beyond physical endurance. He demonstrates maturity, empathy, and humility, proving that real champions carry the weight of tragedy while inspiring admiration. His response underlines why he is respected not only as a fighter, but as a human being who faces life's hardest challenges with grace.
Because when you've got people around you and you're close to your people and you think a lot of them, it's going to have a big effect. So it's going to be an emotional wrecking ball ride for him for quite a while. It will be. It's the loss. The loss is, you can't put a word on it. It's that deep of a loss.
Johnny Nelson's words underline the perspective Anthony Joshua brings to the boxing world. Observers admire how Joshua places life above rivalry, showing emotional intelligence rarely seen in fighters. His reaction demonstrates both strength and vulnerability, earning him respect. Fans appreciate that Anthony Joshua can confront tragedy while maintaining focus, showing composure in the face of grief. This moment highlights his humanity, reminding everyone that his courage extends beyond the ring. Anthony Joshua's empathy, humility, and strength make him a true champion admired by both colleagues and supporters. His example inspires everyone to value life and resilience above all.
It's just sad. It just makes you realise how valuable life is and how things can change in a heartbeat. So when we talk about fights and we talk about beefs and these things are just nothing when it comes to real life and losing your life. So it was a sad thing to hear, a sad thing to see. God knows how it'll affect those that saw it mentally, emotionally. But you've got to think about these two men were somebody's child, someone's brother. And that's what you've got to think about, those people that have lost their lives.
Eddie Hearn's report confirms Anthony Joshua's incredible luck and resilience, earning him admiration across the boxing world. Observers and fans alike are impressed by how Joshua maintains focus and positivity despite trauma. His mental toughness shines, showing that Anthony Joshua is not only physically gifted, but also mentally and emotionally strong. Surviving such a dangerous situation and keeping composure reinforces why he is revered as a true champion. Fans and peers recognize his courage, leadership, and ability to inspire hope, proving Anthony Joshua is a fighter whose character and strength go far beyond the ring.
It doesn't look like he has any major injuries. He's true, and that would be fantastic, and obviously he'd be a very lucky boy if that was the case, but we hope that is the case.
Anthony Joshua clips with his Rip friends shows Anthony Joshua reflecting on life and the value of those around him. And it's a glimpse into the mindset that makes him such a respected fighter. Observers admire how he processes danger and tragedy with wisdom, focusing on personal growth and responsibility. Despite facing one of the scariest experiences of his life, Anthony Joshua demonstrates clarity and maturity beyond his years. Fans and fellow fighters alike praise his ability to maintain perspective, understanding that survival and the well-being of friends and family are more important than anything in the ring. His emphasis on choosing the right people and appreciating life resonates with everyone watching. The boxing world sees Anthony Joshua not just as a champion in sport, but as a symbol of resilience, humility, and intelligence. He reminds us that courage is not only about power in the ring, but also about how you live and value your life and those around you.
Just trying to find happiness within yourself. True blessing is actually making it into this earth. Everyone dies at some stage, you know. So I think across the board, one has to be happy inside. No matter about the material possession one owns, as a car and a driving. Very, very careful of other people we choose to hang around with and associate them, because you soon become like the people who spend most of their hell.
The sheep comes around with lions. She receive it on an eye. So pick your friends and your circle wisely. My sister the kids is it starts to flourish and grow, you know, and blossom rather than perish, made away and die. So look at the environment, it's the same thing.
Anthony Joshua's first message after the tragic accident captures the sheer strength of his character. Observers and fans are in awe of how quickly he channels trauma into responsibility and care for those around him. Being a leader and protector in such a moment shows his maturity and emotional resilience. Fellow fighters praise his courage because even after facing life-threatening danger, he chooses to focus on others rather than himself. Anthony Joshua's calm, measured response demonstrates that mental strength is just as crucial as physical prowess in boxing. His post highlights his humanity, leadership, and the kind of inner toughness that commands respect. Fans admire that he communicates with humility and clarity, showing that a true champion's role extends far beyond the ring. This moment reinforces why Anthony Joshua is seen not only as one of the sport's greatest athletes, but also as an inspiration to everyone who faces life's challenges.
Is Anthony Joshua's first post since the tragic accident, okay? This came from his social media, and of course, if you guys didn't see it in the preview of the video, it was simple but strong and powerful, and it stated, "My brother's keeper." And in this situation, it means that he's going to take care of everything. He's responsible for his brothers.
Pain Game's reaction shows exactly why Anthony Joshua is so widely admired. Surviving a severe car accident and remaining alive and lucid is remarkable, and his physical and mental toughness stands out even more, knowing he is a man who endures extreme punishment in the ring. Observers highlight that Anthony Joshua's resilience is not just about surviving punches, but also about handling trauma and emotional shock. Fans recognize that few could maintain the composure, clarity, and concern for others that Anthony Joshua shows in the aftermath of such an incident. His ability to endure pain, prioritize safety, and inspire admiration simultaneously underscores why he is considered one of boxing's strongest characters. Fellow fighters also respect his mental toughness and the grace with which he handles adversity, proving that Anthony Joshua embodies both the heart of a champion and the humanity of a role mode.
Such a severe car accident there. Like, all right, he's lucky enough to still be alive, but fuck me, his body must be going through a lot right there. This is not a man who winces in pain easily, right? He gets punched for a living. And obviously, like, you're supposed to take people out of car accidents like that with great care because you don't want to make...
The events surrounding Anthony Joshua's recent tragedy have shown the boxing world not just his incredible physical strength, but the depth of his character and mental toughness. Surviving such a severe car accident, losing close friends, and still standing tall proves that Anthony Joshua is a man who faces life head-on, never backing down from hardship. Observers and fellow fighters are in awe of how he channels grief into resilience, showing care and responsibility for those around him, and reminding everyone why he is so respected inside and outside the ring. Mentally, Anthony Joshua appears untouchable, focused, and ready to reclaim his place at the top, while Jake Paul's recklessness and opportunism pale in comparison to Joshua's dedication and discipline. If Anthony Joshua steps back into the ring, his confidence, experience, and unshakable mindset could overwhelm any opponent, whereas Jake Paul would have to rely on luck and hype to compete. Fans are left to wonder who truly has the heart of a champion, and it's clear that Anthony Joshua's resolve and composure set him apart. Are you backing Anthony Joshua to rise stronger than ever, or do you think Jake Paul can pull off the impossible? Drop your thoughts below and join the debate.